Hello everyone, welcome to Automobile Engineering class. I am Rakesh, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. In this session, I am going to explain tires in automobiles. A tire provides a cushion between the vehicle and the road. It consists of mainly two parts. One is outer cover and tube inside. The tire tube assembly mounted over the wheel rim. The air inside the tube carries the entire load and provide the cushion. The tires are final contact between the road and the wheel. They take all the load of the vehicle. They are flexible and absorb most of the shocks when a car moving on rough roads. The surface of the tire has certain patterns which enable it to grip the road and provide good traction. Traction means transmit engine power through the medium of driving wheels. Functions of a tire. A tire performs the following functions. In this first one is it support the vehicle weight, provide caution against shocks, it transfer the traction and to stop the vehicle with the friction between the tire and the road surface. Provides cornering power for smooth steering. It absorbs road shocks and thus provides caution for comfortable driving. Next one is requirements of good tire. Some important requirements of good tire. The tire to be strong enough to carry load and resist damage. Tire provide a comfortable ride to the motorist. Motorist means driver of a car. To provide good road grip for traction, cornering, acceleration and braking. To provide quiet running. To have a long life. To be economical. To be flexible. To caution all shocks and impacts at least partly. These are the few requirements for selecting a good tire. Next is that tire classification. According to based on carcass materials. Carcass means it is the main body of the tire. Second one is according to the based on the construction. Third one is according to the based on application. Last one is according to based on pattern design. These are the basic classification of tires. Let us see the based on carcass materials. Nylon, steel belted tires, polyester belted tires, rayons. Next see the based on construction. This is divided into two parts, that is bias ply or cross ply, radial ply. This again divided into two types, that is tube with tire and tubeless tires. Next one is based on applications. The tires are divided into used in light trucks, truck or buses, passenger cars, 2 by 3 wheelers, agriculture vehicles, off the road and bicycle. Next one is based on the pattern design. Uh, this design is divided into three types. One is lug pattern design, rib pattern design, semi-lug pattern design. Next topic is basic construction of a tire. Let us see the uh, what are the parts are available in the tire. First one is these are the parts shown in this figure. This is the tread area. This is the edge cover or shoulder. This is the sidewall. This is the inner liner. This is bead bundle. This is the bead filler. This is the steel belts. This green color is cap cap plies. Let us see the ply cord. You can see this part in this figure, that is uh, ply cord or cap plies. The ply cord is the main body of the tire. It is also called as carcass and is made up of fabric called plies. Each layer is sheet of cotton or nylon impregnated with rubber. The plies give strength to the tire. The cord, the number of plies provided in a tire depends upon the weight of the vehicle. Uh, it may be it may be noted that usually the car tire have 4 to 6 plies, whereas the truck or buses tire has 22 plies. The purpose of ply cord is to sustain the inflation pressure and to bear the load and road shocks. Next, see the second part, tread. The tread is that portion of tire which comes in contact with the road surface. You can see this figure. This is the tread area. It consists of grooves and lugs and voids. It is a thick rubber and its purpose is to provide better level of traction, longer life, durability and maneuverability. This is patterned with grooves, lugs and voids. You can see this figure. This is the groove. The grooves run circumferentially around the tire and needed to channel away water. Uh, you can see this. This is the lugs are the lugs are the lugs are that portion of the tread design which contact the road surface. You can see this figure. These are the voids. The voids are the space between the lugs that allow the lugs to flex and evacuate water. Next part is beard. You can see this figure. Uh, this square symbol is called beard. The beard is that portion which hold the tire on the rim. The beard is made up of high strength steel cables integrated with rubber around which plies are wrapped in order to give strong edge to press against the inner edge of the rim. This is the uh, beard coil. This is the left beard coil. This is the right beard coil. Uh, this portion which hold the tire on the rim. Next part is sidewall. You can see this part in this figure. The sidewall is the portion of the tire between the tread, and the bead. The sidewall is largely made up of rubber but reinforced with fabric or steel cords that provide strength and flexibility. It transmits the torque from the drive axle to the tread to create traction. Next part is shoulder. You can see this figure. The shoulder is also called as edge cover. The shoulder is the portion of the tire at the edge of the tread as it makes transition to the sidewall. It is the thickest part of the tire and protects the carcass from external shocks and damages. Next part is steel belts. You can see here this blue color indicate the steel belts. The steel belts provide stiffness to the tread and protect the plicord, that is carcass. Next one is beard pillar. You can see this one. You can see the beard pillar in this part. The beard pillar provides high durability and ma- maneuverability. Next one is tube. The tube is a torus shaped bag made up of soft elastic or synthetic rubber to prevent air leakage. The tubes are inserted into the tire and inflated to retain air pressure. The compressed air is filled in the tube through a one-way valve. You can see the one-way valve in this figure. This is the one-way valve. Next part is tube wall. Uh, the function of tube valve is which allow the air to be filled in the tube and does not allow it to leak it back unless pressed. On inflating the tire, this valve opens by the pressure of air gun and allows the air to pass in the tube, and as soon the air inflator is removed, the valve comes back and sits on its seat. Next topic is tires are classified according to the based on the construction of plicots. This classification is divided into three types. One is cross ply or bias ply. Second one is radial ply tire. Third one is belted bias tires. Let us see the cross ply or bias ply. In this type of tire construction, the ply cords run diagonally from bead at an angle of 30 degrees to 40 degrees to the tire axis. You can see the this bias ply in this figure. There are two layers run in opposite direction. This is the one layer, this is the another layer. Both are run in opposite directions. This type of tire have better wear and road holding characteristics. The major disadvantage is that due to high rolling resistance, they consume more fuel and have less control and traction at higher speeds. Next one is uh, radial ply radial ply construction type. This tire plies running bead to bead across to the crown at right angle to the rotation. You can see this figure. These ply cards are parallel to the uh, parallel to the axial axis. On the side wall, the direction of these plies are radial. The angle between the chords varies from 18 degrees to 22 degrees. The number of layers of depending upon the materials used. Let us see the advantages of radial ply tire over cross ply. Sidewalls can bend easily. Its shocking observing capacity is 25% more than bias ply or cross ply. Lower rolling resistance and hysteresis loss leads to less fuel consumption, longer tread life because of less heat build in tire, braking efficiency on wet roads is better because of greater sidewall flexibility and tread stiffness, better steering characteristics. While taking turns, it has less tendency to distort and lift off the road from one side. Larger resistance to punctures, cuts, and impacts in the tread area. The radial ply tires will not puncture easily because of steel belts are used in this type. In this third one is belted bias ply construction type. This type of tire construction is a combination of cross ply and radial ply tire. You can see this figure in this one ply is cross shape and another ply is in the radial ply. So it is combination of cross ply and radial ply tire. This type of construction provides smoother ride that is similar to the bias tire while reducing the rolling resistance because the belts increase the tread stiffness. The plies and belts are placed at different angles which improve performance as compared to non-belted bias tires. Next topic is tires with tubes. The inner tube is inflated with compressed air after the tire along with the tube is mounted on the wheel rim. It is not possible to fit the tire on the rim along with a fully inflated tube. The inflation is done through a non-return ball valve fitted on the tube. This valve is not shown in this figure. The tube inside is very vulnerable to piercing from outside by sharp objects like rough cut stones or nails. Next one is tubeless tires. In this, we are not using tubes. In the place of tube, we are using inner linings for filling the air. This type of tire does not enclose a tube. Instead, the air under pressure is filled in the tire itself, for which purpose a non-return valve is fitted to the rim. You can see the non-return valve in this figure. This is the non-return valve. The inner construction of tire is almost same as that of tube tire, except that it's lined with a special air retaining liner. This is made up of halogenated butyl rubber for better air permeability together with the heat and weather resistance. A tubeless tire retains air for a longer period even after being punctured by nails, providing the nails remain in the tire. Also, any hole in the tubeless tire can be repaired simply by rubber plugging. Let us see the advantages of tubeless tires. Lesser unsprung weight, better cooling, lesser rolling resistance, comfortable ride, slower leakage of air, simple assembly, simpler assembly, improved safety. Nowadays we are using tubeless tires in all automobiles. Next classification is based on the trade pattern. This trade pattern divided into basically three types. One is rib pattern, second one is lug pattern, third one is semi lug pattern. Now see the rib pattern. The pattern has several zigzag grooves that run along the circumference of tire. You can see the uh, zigzag pattern in this figure. The rib pattern is recommended for use in both passenger and commercial vehicles, and when the drives is to be at high speeds as an powered surface. The advantages of rib patterns are tire rolling resistance become less, noise level gets reduced, inferior traction, greater resistance to side slipping. Second one is lug pattern. The pattern has grooves that run roughly at right angles to the tire circumference. You can see this pattern in this figure. The lux pattern is used for trucks when driving is on unpowered surface. Let us see the advantage of lug pattern. Uh, in this, traction is good, rolling resistance is high, resistance to tendency for side slip is less, uneven wear of tread in lugs area. Next one is semi lug pattern, uh, semi rib pattern. Uh, the pattern design is a combination of rib and lugs pattern. You can see the ribs and lugs in this figure. This pattern provide the stable driving performance both on powered surface and unpowered surface. Let us see the advantage of semi lug pattern. The rib pattern running along the center of tire minimize the side slip of tire that imparts stability to vehicle. The driving and brake performance improved by lug pattern on the edge. Uneven wear of tread in lugs area of tire. Uh, these are uh, the tread patterns may be further designed as directional, symmetric, and axisymmetric. Uh, Axisymmetric means where both halves you can divide this tire. Uh, the trade face are exactly similar in both faces. Next one is asymmetric trade pattern, where both halves of the trade face are dissimilar. Next one is directional trade pattern, in which designed to be installed in particular direction. You can see this directional trade pattern in this figure. This is the one direction, this is the another direction, both are in opposite directions. Next one is aspect ratio. You can see this is the tire width. Tire width means It is the width of a tire from uh, one side wall to the another side wall. Sectional height. Sectional height means it is the height of the tire from the bead to the top of the bead. As aspect ratio means it is also called as profile ratio. It is the ratio of a sectional height to the sectional width of a tire. Three aspect ratios are available, namely 60, 70, and 80. For example, in a tire with an aspect ratio of 70, the tire width is 70% of a sectional height. Next topic is tire specification. Uh, for example, this is the tire specification, that is P205/55VR16. Here P means type of tire, that is passenger tire, passenger vehicles, or temporary vehicle, or light truck, or commercial vehicle. Here 205 means width of the width of the tire, that is in millimeters. Normally the width of the tire is 145 to 315 millimeters. Next number 55 means aspect ratio. As we know the aspect ratio, that is it is the ratio of height to the width of the tire. Next letter is V. V the speed rating. Uh, if the letter is B, it shows 31 miles per hour. V indicates 150 mile per hour. Z indicates over 150 mile per hour. Next letter is R. R means type of trade, type of placard. Uh, in this B indicates bias belted placards. D indicates diagonal. Diagonal means cross or bias placards. R indicates radial placards. Last number 16 indicates rim diameter in inches. You can also see this specifications. It's the radial placards. This is the tubeless tire. This indicates only if this term indicates only in tubeless tires. You can see the different specifications in this figure. This is the trade wear indicators. This is a brief discussion about tires and classification of tires. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.